Mr. President, I rise today to pay tribute to three gentlemen that, as a result of a vote taken by the Baseball Writers of America a couple of weeks ago, are going to be inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. These three men are former Atlanta Braves manager Bobby Cox and former Atlanta Braves pitchers Tom Glavine and Greg Maddux. Mr. President, these incredible athletes have left their imprint not only on Georgians, but on the entire baseball community around the world. These three gentlemen are among Major League Baseball's most accomplished coaches and players and will deservedly be inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame in July of this year. So far as I know, there have never been three inductees to the Hall of Fame from the individuals who spent most of their time with the same team inducted into the Hall of Fame in the same year. Truly remarkable. First, let me mention and honor Bobby Cox, a baseball legend and one of Major League Baseball's winningest managers. With a record of 2,504 wins, he ranks fourth on baseball's all-time managers win list. Bobby Cox started his career with the Braves in 1978. He left very briefly in 1982 to manage the Toronto Blue Jays, only to return to the Braves in 1985, where he would spend the remainder of his career until his retirement following the 2010 season. In 1995, he led the Braves to the World Series championship where they faced the Cleveland Indians. The Braves won the series in Game 6 in Atlanta, clinching the team's third championship in franchise history. Aside from Bobby's remarkable 556% winning percentage, he is also remembered for his all-time record for ejections in Major League Baseball with 158. And for those of us who know Bobby well and know that he is one of the nicest people you'll ever meet, and he's a big teddy bear, it's fair to say that if Bobby did not agree with the call on the field, he was quick to express his dissatisfaction and his disgust with it. And nobody would protect their players as a manager better than Bobby Cox. And it was no surprise when he would sometimes find himself watching the game ultimately from the locker room. No one can question Bobby's sheer passion and love for the game of baseball, and both the city of Atlanta and the state of Georgia are in his debt. I'd also like to acknowledge the impressive careers of Tom Glavine and Greg Maddux and highlight a few of their accomplishments. As Braves, Maddux and Glavine combined for over 400 wins. They will be the first players in 40 years who spent the majority of their careers together to become Hall of Famers in the same year. The last to do so were New York Yankee players Mickey Mantle and Whitey Ford. The Braves drafted Tom Glavine in the second round in 1984. He was such a talented athlete that the very same year, the Los Angeles Kings drafted him in the fourth round to play professional hockey. Luckily for the Braves and for baseball, he chose baseball. He went on to spend 17 of his 22 decorated seasons in Atlanta. The famous left-hander ended his distinguished professional career with 305 wins, 2,607 strikeouts, and 2 Cy Young Awards, which he received in 1991 and 1998, both as a Brave. And in the Braves' '95 World Series victory, Glavine was named the most valuable player. When the lefty pitcher grabbed a bat and stepped up to the plate, we saw something not often seen in today's game. He came out swinging and he could hit. Glavine was the recipient of 4 Silver Slugger Awards, an award given to the best offensive player at each position each year. His teammate Greg Maddux was known as a right-handed control pitcher with precision and accuracy, not often missing his targets. He wouldn't beat you with a 100-mile-per-hour fastball, but he'd embarrass you with placement and movement rarely seen before or since. Maddux started his career in 1986 with the Chicago Cubs. Following his 7th season with the Cubs and with the Cy Young Award under his belt, the Braves signed Greg Maddux as a free agent in 1993 in what is widely described as one of baseball's best free agent deals. He went on to win 3 more consecutive Cy Young Awards in a Braves uniform. Greg Maddux ended his career with 335 wins, a 3.13 ERA, 3,371 strikeouts, an impressive 4 Cy Young Awards, and 18 gold gloves in 23 seasons. Together, these individuals led the Braves to 14 straight division championships, an unparalleled accomplishment in any sport. And I dare say, Mr. President, that record will never be broken. It comes as no surprise that the Braves have retired the numbers 6, 31, and 47 to celebrate and recognize the distinguished careers of these 3 men. And now I am pleased to join Georgians in congratulating Bobby Cox, Tom Glavine, and Greg Maddux on their tremendous accomplishment of being inducted into the National Baseball Hall of Fame. Mr. President, I yield.